What's going on, everybody? We're back here. Mueller Moments Monday. Showtime Mueller, aka Stick'em Hands Mueller, aka Kobe Shot Mueller. I'm here with the X and O King himself, Brett Dunkel, the man, the myth, the legend, the Ohio State loving, Packer wearing man himself. We got a pretty cool episode we're gonna break down because guess what? NFL season's back, baby.
Yes, sir, Jake.
Baby.
Yes, sir, Jake. It's back.
Home's back, baby. It's a national holiday every single Sunday. NFL season is here. Thank God. There's 5 seasons in the year. NFL is one of them. Dunkel,
Yes,
how you doing? We just had a pretty cool live stream. That was something pretty cool. I got to meet 2 players from the Carthage Firebirds, as well as I got to meet the Coach Haas, a real good guy. I'd say so for myself. Dunkel, how you doing?
Jake, I'm doing great, man. And like you just mentioned, we just finished up that weekly walkthrough, which was a ton of fun. That was only episode 1, though. You know, we got these things coming every week, every Monday at 7 p.m. And, you know, we're recording this back to back. You know, we're dedicated to the brand. Very excited. It's football season. Make sure you guys are following us on the Instagram, though, because that's where we're posting updates about schedules, when shows are coming, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys go click the links down below, follow us, all that good stuff, because y'all don't want to miss anything. Jake, I'm doing well, though. You know, very excited to be talking with you on this new type weekly series called Showtime Mueller with Jake Mueller. Y'all know the vibes.
Yeah, it's always showtime when I'm in business. It's always showtime when I'm in business. All right, here we go, though. We got a pretty cool one. Like I said, we're gonna break down this week's season opener. Of course, it's with Tom Brady, aka GOAT, aka Baby Jesus, as well as we got the Dallas Cowboys. No one really likes the Dallas Cowboys unless you're from Dallas or you're a bandwagoner. Sorry, it is what it is. Shout out to Connor Muff. Connor Muff is a Dallas Cowboys fan. Sorry, sir. You're gonna have a disappointing season this year, but I'm not taking shots on anybody. This is supposed to be a good moment. Dunkel, first raw reaction. What are we thinking about this Buccaneers versus Cowboys game?
I mean, looking at it, I feel like a lot of points are going to be scored, Jake. I mean, you talk about Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Zeke Elliott, and all them boys on the Cowboys offense. I think they're going to be able to put up points. And you talk about the Buccaneers as well with Tom Brady, Evans, Godwin, you know, Antonio Brown, Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette. I mean, the list just goes on and on with that football team. I think what separates these two teams is the Buccaneers have the ability to stop people, and the Dallas Cowboys have not proven that over the past few years. I think that's what kind of separates these two teams. I just think it's going to be high scoring because it's week 1. You know, it's opening night. I feel like the fireworks are definitely going to be there. I think too, it's going to take defenses a little bit of time to adjust into kind of what they're doing and stuff like that. I know Tampa Bay's bringing back a lot of their players from a year before, you know, bringing back almost everybody. So I think that's going to help them out. But at the same time, you know, you can't discredit what this Dallas offense brings to the table. They can score points, but defensively, I think Tampa has the advantage big time. I think head coach, I think Tampa's got the advantage there. Offensively, I would give a slight nod to the Bucs, but it's closer. So obviously, when you talk about that, you're obviously talking about probably a Tampa Bay Buccaneers win. But Jake, it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be fun. I think people are just going to be excited that football's back, man. We have fans in the stands. And I mean, you guys know what comes with the NFL season, the Sunday show, and we're really excited to bring that back as well. But Jake, what are your thoughts on this game? I know you're a huge Tom Brady fan. What are you kind of looking for in this matchup? What are you kind of seeing?
You know, I think it's going to be a good game and all for one team. I think it's Buccaneers. I think these Buccaneers are going to wipe the floor with Dallas Cowboys. I'm sorry, Dallas Cowboys. I mean, Dak Prescott's coming back from a pretty horrific injury. I mean, real bad injury. So this is his first game back. Truly first, like, you know, getting hit. This dude's going to get hit. That front line of the Buccaneers is pretty nice. You know, it's a tough defense. You know, they got a lot of credit for what they did during the playoffs. You know, that we needed them, obviously, to win. And obviously during the regular season, of course. I think this Buccaneers offense is, you know, top 2. Obviously, you could say they got talent out the wazoo. You know, you got the GOAT slinging it. You got Stick'em Hands Evans. You got route runner Antonio Brown. You got the whole gang out there still. So what I'm trying to tell you right now is, Dunkel, this is going to be a one-sided event. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring as we're all thinking. I think it's because we're going to have to get our offenses clicked up and ready to go, especially for Cowboys, because the Cowboys, they crumbled last season. A lot of injuries, obviously, so they got to play a part of that. So I think it's going to be one-sided. Hopefully, obviously, it's going to be a Buccaneers win. Of course, there's no doubt about it in my mind. The start of the perfect season starts in 48 hours. So we'll see how Tom Brady does it. But I'm very excited for this. I give the advantage to head coach Aaron's. Obviously, Brucey boy, he gets that. Offense and defense goes to my boys for the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
I think they're just going to take
agree.
that. They're a better football team. They're on the quest for number 8 for Tom
Yep.
Brady. The GOAT said many more years. So I'm excited to see that. He said he's going to play many more years. He's a menace. He's the menace to society, and he lives rent free in a lot of people's heads. That's just how I like it. Just how I like it, Dunkel. But football's back, so you know what that means. We got to do these early prediction type videos, Dunkel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who's going to make the playoffs? Who's going to win these divisions, Dunkel? All right, that's where we're going to go here. We got 17 games this year, so that's awesome. That means many more opportunities to make it or break it into the playoffs, of course, Dunkel.
Yes,
so I
sir.
say we start in the NFC, where it all comes true. Let's start in the worst division in any sport could even think of, in the NFC least, the East, of course. Dunkel, who do you think is going to win the NFC East right now?
The Washington football team. And it's easy because of their defense. I mean, their defense is the best in the division without question. I think their offense has big time potential. You talk about Antonio Gibson, you talk about Terry McLaurin, you talk about a guy in Curtis Samuel coming in there from Carolina. You talk about their offensive line. I feel like is really underrated. Not a lot of people talk about it. And then you got Fitzmagic.
Yes, sir. I believe you are correct on that one. The NFC East is one of the easiest ones. I think our Carthage Firebirds could go in there and win it up. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shout out to the Carthage Firebirds. They're a lit football team. Shout out to Jalen. Shout out to Jacob for joining us. Same with you, Coach Haas. I believe our Washington football team. They will be winning the NFC East, baby. Now let's move on up to the north side of the NFC with the NFC North, Dunkel. Who do you think is gonna win and why? Dunkel, just say it. I'll go along with you. I'm just not going to say it on live, of course.
I think it's the Green Bay Packers, Jake.
Yep, that's a really good take, Dunkel. Yep, they're going to win. I don't want to hear about the Packers. No, we're moving it down to the NFC South.
Wait, are you going GB too? Yes.
Yeah, sadly, yeah.
Okay. So the Green Bay Packers because of Aaron Rodgers. I'll just say that.
Oh, because of the football team. It's a good football team.
Good football team too. Yeah. Okay. So we're both going Washington, both going Green Bay. Jake, next division. What do we got?
NFC South, please. Obviously, we got crab stealing, W eating James Winston gonna be the new starting quarterback of the New Orleans Saints, baby. That doesn't mean nothing. All right. That means nothing. All right. I'm sorry. It's going to be a terrible season for New Orleans. I'm sorry. Yeah. They're going to have to start the Swiss Army knife. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to go good.
No.
But I truly believe Buccaneers got that locked up. Like, there's no way Carolina, there's no way New Orleans will even put up a fight against them. Who's even the fourth team in the NFC South?
Carolina, Atlanta are the other two.
Yeah, Buccaneers. That's a quick one.
Jake, you're going Tampa Bay. I 100% agree with Tampa Bay. I mean, they're gonna win this division by probably like 4 games, if I had to guess. I think Atlanta and Carolina and New Orleans will all be like 8-9 or 9-8, and I think Tampa will be like a 13-4 probably team. I think they'll be a 13-win team. I mean. They brought back everybody. I mean, I don't think you could go against the Super Bowl champs that brought back their whole roster to win a division to win a division where New Orleans definitely got worse. Carolina and Atlanta have improved a little bit, but I don't think it's enough to compete with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
West
so
side,
yeah, Jake.
We're going to the NFC West, all the way out on the west side of the beautiful country of the USA. That's going to be a tough one, though. That's a tough division to predict. Injuries
Yeah.
were going to play a big role. Injuries because the talent is there. You got the
Yeah.
49ers, you got the Seahawks, you got the Rams, as well as who am I missing? The Cardinals. You're missing the Cardinals, Jay.
Cardinals, yeah.
I don't think the Cardinals. I think they're too young. I think they're a couple years behind from where they're supposed to be. The Rams, I'm going to say, are going to win it because I
Yep.
think the 49ers are going to be messing around too much with their quarterback play. I think they're too focused on that.
Yep.
And I just think that defense of the Rams is next level. They're
Yeah.
nice with it. They got a nice new quarterback. They're nice with it. They got a decent head coach. We're about to see what he can do with a real quarterback, though, now. He's
Yep.
nice with it. So we're about to see. I go Rams, baby. Rams all the way for the NFC West.
So Jake, I've been kind of going back and forth on this one. I have been a person that has been saying that the San Francisco 49ers are going to be the most improved team from last year to this year.
Yes.
Much of that was due to injuries with Nick Bosa, George Kittle, Raheem Mostert was banged up. A lot of guys in and out of that lineup. I think the 49ers are going to be good, but again, when you talk about Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald on that defense, I ain't going against two top 5 defensive players in the game of football, and also Sean McVay, who is one of the best coaches, play callers in the NFL currently. I'm not going to go against my guy Sean McVay and Jalen Ramsey, so I'm taking the LA Rams as well. So Jake, we have the same division winners in the NFC, so pretty kind of status quo for us though. If you guys have been keeping up with the podcast,
can I say something real quick? I think if the 49ers start Jimmy Graham, I think it's going to be like a coin flip to see who wins the NFC West between the Rams and the 49ers. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is a better quarterback. I think they should start him. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to move all the way over to the AFC now if you want to. But you guys
Jake, real quick, I just want to say, I think this whole quarterback uncertainty it isn't good for the Niners because I think Garoppolo, he's good enough to get you to the playoffs. Obviously, he got that team to the Super Bowl, and I believe it was 2019 in the 2019 season. So obviously, he's a serviceable quarterback. I think he's 24-8 as a starter in his career as well. So Jimmy G's, he's a winner, man. So I think you can't discredit him, but I think the nod will go to Garoppolo, but I think if maybe they struggle for a game or two, I think Shanahan might get the quick trigger.
I think so, and I think that'll be a mistake. But like you informed us, let's move on to the AFC, and specifically, I'll start in the North, AFC North. Actually, let's go East. AFC East. I think it's pretty cut and clear who's going to win this division. That's just me. I think the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills will win. They got the $200 million arm that they're going to ride or die on. Josh Allen, of course. You got Stephon Diggs. You got a nice defense. It's nice. It's decent, I just think Mac Jones is maybe, like I said, maybe a couple years behind. Otherwise, I would have gone with the Patriots. Patriots got a lot of talent that they accumulated over this offseason, as well as a lot of injured and reserve players that are coming back. But I'll give it the nod to the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, I think they're going to win the AFC East. I think Dolphins are too far behind. I think the Jets are going to be hot trash, but that's besides it. Dunk, what about you, man? I got you. Dunk was
Jake, I completely agree. With your Buffalo pick, I think they have the best team in that division, best quarterback, all the above. And you talk about Tua Tagovailoa, Zach Wilson, and Mac Jones starting. Josh Allen is clearly better than all three of them. So I'm going Bills. But Jake, what's the next division we're going to?
We're gonna fly all the way up to the north now. We're gonna go AFC North. This is normally known as the hardcore division. They're the, how do I put this nicer? The assholes. They're like hardcore. You got the Ravens, you got the Browns, you got the Steelers, and then you got the Bengals. So a lot of hardcore hitting teams. I think of right now, I think I'm going to go with the Browns. I think that's a safe bet. They got a lot of talent. They're coming back from pretty good, postseason and last couple games of the year. I'm going to see Baker Mayfield not turn the ball over this year. I'm going to see Odell play a full season. I'm going to see this team in the AFC Championship game. I'm going with the Browns, of course. I think the Steelers are going to take a big step back. Ben Roethlisberger, hey, man, you had a good run. Hasta luego. Obviously, we all know what Lamar is about. No spotlight, Lamar. All right, this is Showtime Mueller. We keep it fresh. And then obviously the Bengals. Bengals are a couple years behind. They need a couple more number one draft picks to get them back in session. Dunkel, who you got winning the AFC North?
Jake, I'm going with you and the Cleveland Browns, man. I think this J.K. Dobbins injury is going to have a decent effect on the Baltimore Ravens. I think not enough people are talking about it, especially Ravens fans. I think they're kind of saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to be fine." Kind of disrespecting my boy J.K. Dobbins a little bit. Not really a fan of it. Obviously Lamar Jackson, man. It'll be interesting to see what he can do. Not going to have a top 10 or 15 running back this year. The passing game is going to be the key for them. And I'm just not sure about their passing game. So I'm going with the Browns because I feel like they're the team that improved the most last offseason. Had a great draft with JOK and Greg Newsome at the top of that. Signed Jadeveon Clowney to go with that big man, Myles Garrett. And then I think Baker Mayfield has potential to turn into a guy that is a very solid starter in this league, a franchise quarterback. I think he's going to eliminate the turnovers, and obviously it helps him that he has a great offensive line starting in front of him, and he has Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt and Odell and Landry on the outside and Hooper in the middle. So I think this team is full of talent. Pittsburgh, don't really know what to expect from them. And then Cincinnati, I think they're going to be solid, but they're not going to be able to challenge Cleveland this year in the AFC North. So I'm going to go with the Browns by a game over the Ravens. And I think the Browns will be an AFC Championship contender this year.
Let's stuff. So we're gonna go south now. We're going south. That's a good carry into word sound. I like it. We're going AFC South here. This is kind of like I'd say it's pretty much like the NFC East. It's like, eh. The only reason I'm saying it's is because you got Texans and Jaguars, and the Colts got an overrated quarterback. Carson Wentz is an overrated quarterback. I'm not a fan of him. He gets injured too much. He's stupid. I don't like him. Thank God he's on the Colts, not on the Bears. That really pissed me off when I saw he could have gone there. I think it's cut and clear. The Titans are going to win this division. You got a grown-ass man to be your running back. Derrick Henry, of course. You got Julio Jones and A.J. Brown now as your wide receivers. Those are two grown-ass men wide receivers. And Ryan Tannehill, he's just nice with the football. He's not going to turn it over. He's not going to give you 500 yards. He's not going to, run for 50 yards. He's going to get you the nice yardage. He's going to put you in a winning position. And they have a really nice, solid defense, which, is going to help them win this division. It's not the hardest division to win, which I'm glad, because the Colts looked scary when Phillip Rivers with the decent quarterback. But now that you got Carson Wentz, even though he's a little banged up still, it's not going to be magic. Texans, you lost your quarterback to 26, lawsuits. You lost J.J. Watt. You sucked last year. And then I don't want to talk about the Jaguars. Jaguars, that's a hot mess, obviously. Trevor Lawrence, even though you're the chosen one, you're not going to be able to pull that one out. Sorry. What about you?
Jake, I like the Colts team overall, but I have questions about Carson Wentz. I think he's going to getting him out of Phillies helped him mentally and physically, getting him back with Frank Wright. I think he'll relit it, rekindle it, whatever you want to say, kind of get that fire back under Carson. But Jake, you know what, man? Why would you go against a team that has A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, and Derrick Henry? I mean, there is no other way of saying this is the best team in this division. The Tennessee Titans are a force to be reckoned with. Ryan Tannehill has really improved since coming over to Tennessee. I have a lot of questions about Houston and Jacksonville, Jake, like you mentioned. So I'm gonna go Tennessee here, and I think they'll probably win that division by 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, no, totally. And then we're just gonna go over to the AFC West. That's a quick conversation. You got Broncos, Raiders, Chargers, and Chiefs. Obviously, the Chiefs are gonna win that division. That offense is too electric. Their defense is actually really nice too. I mean, they're probably gonna go back to the Super Bowl. Chiefs all the way. Not even gonna talk about it. We already know what that conversation is.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs too. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, so we pretty much you and I we agree on football. We got our picks. That's that preseason stuff. That's questionable of injuries though. What's up, Dunk? What do you guys say?
You want to do the wild cards for each the three wild card
Yeah,
teams?
let's pick some wild cards here. We'll start. We'll stick in the AFC, obviously.
Okay.
Geez, this is. I think Ravens 1. Steelers. I think can't. Yeah, two from a division can go, or 3 can, right? Or no?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
three wild card teams.
Yeah, so we
Three
got 3
wild
wild
card
cards. All right,
teams.
I'm gonna go Ravens, Steelers, Patriots. Ravens, Steelers, Patriots. I'm gonna go with that for the AFC. That's me. Actually, I'm gonna go Ravens, Chargers, Patriots.
Okay. Chargers instead of Steelers. Sorry, add JJ.
Had to do it.
For the AFC, I am going with the Patriots.
Yep.
I'm going with the Colts.
Ooh.
And I'm going with the Ravens.
Solid selections.
So
the NFC now.
So Jay, now we're on the NFC. Who do you think is your NFC wildcard teams?
Well, I could just take out anyone in the NFC East, so that's never gonna happen for them. Gosh, you got the 49ers, you got the Seahawks. Dang. The Cardinals too. That's a nice football team. Dang. Obviously, I'm gonna have 49ers and Seahawks. That's 2. Man, the rest of the NFC is not with it, man. I can't go all from the same division because that's not how life works. So I'm gonna go. I don't think the Vikings are gonna be that good either, man. This is the hardest selection.
And Jake, I mean, it's not gonna happen. 3 teams from a division will make the playoffs.
Right. So I'm gonna go.
So you got 49ers and Seahawks for sure, and you're still deciding on your last team.
Yeah, because the rest of these teams stink. So like, who's gonna be the next hot trash? Screw, give me the Bears, baby. The Bears are gonna be in the freaking playoffs as the last wild card team again, and then we're gonna get blown out on Nickelodeon football. Give me the Bears, baby. Bears down. Bear down. That's just how it is. That's just how it's gonna be. I understand what kind of football team we are. We're gonna start the red rifle real quick. Then we're gonna go over Justin Fields in week 3, and then from there we're gonna win a couple football games, and then go on Nickelodeon TV, get some slime dropped on us like we did in the Saints.
You think the Bears will be what, 9-8, Jake?
9-8 or 8 or 9 doesn't matter. It's still gonna suck. So what about you, Dunkel? Who's your 3 teams?
So I got the 49ers. I got the 49ers as my 5 seed. I got the Seahawks as my 6 seed. And as my 7, man, this is tough. This is really tough. But I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow, okay. This has just got worse. Holy hell. You picked the Cowboys?
Yeah, because I think they'll be good enough offensively to get in there. I think – here's the thing, Jake.
Well, that's true because they play a lot of NFC East teams, so they're going to get a lot of easy wins there.
Yeah, but see, the NFC East, I mean, like, they play each other and they'll lose to like a 4-10 Giants or they'll lose a game like that. And
true.
I just have I have a lot of questions about the Bears. The Bears would be like my 8th seed. I think the Cowboys are slightly better than the Bears. That's why I have Dallas.
They're both hot trash. We love it. That's
why I have Dallas. So Jake, you have as your division winners in the NFC, you have Washington, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, the Rams, and then as your wild card teams, you have 49ers, Seahawks, and Bears. And then in the AFC, you have Buffalo, Cleveland, Tennessee, and Kansas City. And then you have Ravens, Chargers, and Pats. And then I have as my NFC division winners Washington, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, the Rams. Wild card teams 49ers, Seahawks, and Cowboys. AFC, I have Buffalo, Cleveland, Tennessee, Kansas City. And then as my wild card teams, I have the Patriots, Colts, and Ravens.
Sounds pretty good to me, my man. That's what I'm saying. Sounds pretty good to me. We got some winners here. If you want to win money, this is what you're going to do. You're going to listen to us. Boom, boom, boom.
You're going to listen to us, and then you're going to, figure out what you want to do.
Exactly. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is the time. That is what we have for you today. We just went over the Thursday mega show, and as well as we just went over the preseason hella early predictions, as we like to call it here at Dunkel Productions. If you haven't already subscribed, leave a like and comment down below. Check out the live stream we just did with the Carthage Firebirds. We had Coach Haas Jalen, one of the linebackers, and then the running back, Jacob. I don't know their last names.
Boucher, Jacob Boucher, and Jalen Dennis.
Look at that. All right, sweet stuff. But subscribe, leave a like, share to as many people as you can, and make every moment matter. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.
Peace.